Next time you see me, I will officially be a Catholic. Hey, I'm Sammy. Welcome back to Call to Be Different, Reflecting Christ. Okay, so today I just want to talk about Lent for a moment. So in the Bible, we actually see Jesus being whisked away by the Spirit into the wilderness where he is tempted by Satan. And Satan kind of tempts him with three different things. So the first thing he says is, Jesus, I know you're hungry, and so why don't you turn these stones to bread, and therefore you can be able to satiate yourself. And Jesus denies that. And this actually can point us to fasting, which is actually a pleasure that we get in this world. Food is something that a lot of us do enjoy. And so a lot of people give up certain types of food, maybe coffee, maybe chocolate, something like that during Lent. But that's a way to deny yourself pleasures of this world, is by fasting. And then the next thing we see Satan tempt Jesus with is he said, throw yourself down, for he will send his angels and they will give charge of you. And so he's just relying on Jesus's desire for possession and knowing that he possesses everything and everything is his, and the angels are his, and so he can call upon them. But Jesus denies that, and he says, no, we do not tempt God. And then that can actually lead into almsgiving. And because almsgiving is where we deny ourselves possessions and we give things back to God. And so the third thing that Satan tempts Jesus with is he takes him on top of the temple and he shows him the entire land of Jerusalem, and he says, bow down and worship me and I will give you all of this. And so he's really just trying to tempt Jesus in his pride, and Jesus says no. And so this is something where we can see pride as a really good correlation for prayer as well, because we turn outward away from ourselves and turn towards God. And so we deny ourselves the pride of ourselves and we rely on God. And so if we jump from Matthew 4, where we see all these temptations, and we go to Matthew 6, then we see Jesus during the Sermon on the Mount, he's telling the crowds that they are going to do three things if they follow him. He says that when you pray, when you fast, and when you give. And so Jesus does not give this and does not expect Christians that will be following him to maybe do this. He expects that they will. And in fact, he says that they will, because he implies it by saying, when you do this, when you pray, when you fast, when you give. Go read Matthew chapter 6. It's so cool to see that. But the church sees the temptations of Jesus by Satan and these three things, praying, fasting, and giving, as one thing. And so they actually read these on Ash Wednesday. They read the temptations of Jesus in the desert. And the reason why I want to talk about this is because we should be focused during the Lent season and ready to receive Jesus at Easter. And we can do this by doing those three things, by fasting, by praying, and by giving. And so we can turn away from ourselves and turn our heart towards the Lord. And so this Lent season, I have decided to give up technology as much as I possibly can. Okay. So let me explain. There's definitely a gray area with technology because I have to do things like schedule doctor's appointments and confirm appointments. And I have to communicate with my children's teachers at school through apps and stuff like this. Technology is just all around us, but there's a lot that I use technology-wise that I absolutely don't have to use, such as even my Bible app. So this Lent season, what I want to do is to just turn away from technology as much as possible and turn to the Lord as much as possible. So rather than picking up my phone and listening to the Hallow app or listening to sermons or listening to teachings and doctrines and catechisms and Bible in a year and all these things, I want to just pick up my Bible and read it for myself and just really, really rest in it. And now I do this now, but I don't always just rest in the Word. And so I don't want to hear outside voices. I just want to rest in the Lord. And that means that I should deny myself things that pull me away from Him. And for me, YouTube and Bible apps, although they are good, they do pull me away from me just resting in Him. And so this Lent season, that's what I am choosing to do. So I wanted to let you guys know that because I'm going to be gone the entire Lent season. And I told my husband, I could make videos and have them prepared and go ahead and schedule them to be sent out into the universe. But I really prayed about this and thought about it, and I ended up going back to my husband and I said, I don't want to do that because the whole point of us as Christians following Christ is to not look like the world. And so I don't want to even look like I'm a part of the world during this time, during this season. I really, truly do want to just prepare my heart not only to be received into Christ's one true church, but to receive Christ Himself in the Eucharist at Easter. I am so excited for all of this, and I really, really, really want to just draw as close to God as I possibly can and just seek Him with all my heart during this Lent season. And so I am praying for all of you. I hope that you will pray for me, and I am looking forward to finally coming back and officially being Catholic. I hope you guys will just ponder on this Lent season. I pray that you will deny yourself things that really are something that pull you away from the Lord and just rest and abide in Him. And I will see you guys after Easter. Okay, one more thing. While I was editing, while I was adding a intro and outro, that's pretty much my editing, I forgot to mention this Blessed is She Lent devotional. Definitely go pick this up. You still have time to get one before Lent, but I'm going to be walking through this, and it is just so beautiful and gorgeous. I'll show you the pages real quick. I'll flip through it, but yeah, you get 10% off using my code SAMMY10 if you want to go grab one of these. But yeah, they ship pretty fast, and so if you get it today, then you will definitely have time to have it for Lent. So I hope that this is something that you will get and walk through it with me, and we'll talk about it when I return. All right, bye.